Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan V. Jossio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
you're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cyber... I came in through the cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion... It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of... Don't feel too... I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored... I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficient. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time... and that you left it open. I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken... I would suggest investing in an insect model one. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using Vice. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments. Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components. I would consider it no... Why were you using that dinosaur to... Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary. It is the leap. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never... Well, saying I know, Hayden, is putting it simply. I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most The beginning. Okay? Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection, and the one least likely to be suspected of doing so. I took into account that you might not want to help me out of the goodness of your heart, as they say. But considering your recent slump in published articles, I figured you would jump at the chance to be first on the scene of the violent disappearance. Am I wrong? Maybe you He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do... Excuse... I forgot to introduce myself. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose... He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. all that the idea of a sapient machine could scare, either to stop his research or to take it and use it. A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations. They aren't in any way. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. Despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will? How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's... You're right. I apologize. I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking... Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late. It's not as... There are several multinational... Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the... That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock. It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Before we go any further, I feel I need to clear the air between us. Events have been proceeding faster than I am capable of processing them, and I may have been... I have put you in an unexpected situation. Let's strive to have a more harmonious relationship. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access... Hayden's door has far better security. I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried... Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must... Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhib... I could rip your arm off right now if I cared. I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a... Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is I could have and may even have been obligated to come... But Excellent point. Let's start searching for... I see something. That... I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather... It is well within my skill set, but he claims... The memory card slot is empty. Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent... If only he had kept his information stored... Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched. Oh, excuse me. We shouldn't put that off. Once finished, For example, I'll be able... I just need to ask you if... This is an exciting... Welcome to the first-time user setup for your... I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can... If you have any questions, feel... First, could you tell me your preferred name for... Do you wish to keep this name? Do you wish to keep it? Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you if... Please enter your pronouns. The pronoun you've tried to enter appears... Should it be is or are? Here's how your pronoun... Does that look right? Thank you. I have it. Finally, could you tell me your first... Diet set as Goddammit Turing, are you... Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes a... Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy. In review, does that sound right? Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also... The meeting with Tomcat isn't... Perhaps we should head back to your... Oh, all right. When you are ready to leave... Hayden spends so much... Hayden likes the natural light. This window here is where I... It is a considerable distance to the ground. I took the fire... You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well. Have you been over... Deride me if you want. It's actually a... Speaking of the rain... I'll keep an eye... Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet. We should make our way to Stardust. Ready to head out? the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's an...
Welcome to Stardust. Hold up there. Got ID? Alright, looks... Welcome to Star...
This is the place. Have you ever been... The atmosphere... I'm particularly impressed by some of the more subtle effects the music and lights are having on... Try not to let yourself get too... Anyway, where do you... Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat. Location to my memory. Let's check it out after.
No outside drinks, and that just barely counts. Morning, friend. What can I do? Sure, but first... So many drinks these days.
Drinctionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says.
Does that sound good? Ah, all right. Now, what is it you need to know? Pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that guy. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. They come around. Hayden, scientist guy. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about. Our place doesn't really seem like his... I can ask around. Oh, I've been the bartender. So, what do you want? Mostly got myself into trouble. When I emigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Truth be told, I hated the work. I had enough cash saved up. I'm sure it sounds... That's true, and it was true about... But I guess I'm just stubborn. After 2 years we got some Well, it was nice meeting you. Enjoy yourself.
Died. Still though, not a terrible showing for a... Hooray! You survived! Those ghosts will think twice before messing with you again.
Yes? Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising. And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt. Oh really? Why, pray tell? Thought so. Look, asshole, I'll explain this once. You want to talk about the hybrid thing? Cool. No one's trying to hide it. And you won't have... But jokes, puns, and worse, assumptions? You don't all have the energy to handhold genotypical people. If you try to pet me, your arm is... Be clear?
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid. Now then... Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
Hey there! I heard you were looking for me. Yours truly, dog. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't hop. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble. So, to what do I owe the Hayden's missing. Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got as little wrong with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Sure thing, hon.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what... Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with? Oh, sure! You might have even heard of me in the news. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Peril. Ooh, caused one hell of a... People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or... Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the... I don't know. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth. And now I try to stay on the straight. Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place... Raleigh, North Carolina, Doc. Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but... Still, this ain't a bad town for us. As it suits you. Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me. It puzzled me at the time, since I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books. He ain't the most straightforward kind of man. Ooh, it's a powerful OS, and it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient. It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each... Huh. My mama would have said...
Don't be so rude. Besides, I could understand the... Why couldn't you?
No, fella. That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs. Within range. And they share all files the user hasn't tagged. It's handy in dense population areas, like... Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connected... Mostly that little bot you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his finger. Not alright.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush. It ain't always so good for a big company. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of... He would just get fired. Maybe even... I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA. But it would likely help if we knew... I'll stay here and ask around a bit. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes, and if Parallax is involved, there's... The data cache would be the best place. Good luck!
Citizen, this area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow any... I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in... They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your That will not be possible, citizen. Only authorized Neo... I am required by law to inform you that I am set at
Level 2 guard mode.
And any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there? Who would that be? I found no such connection when I... Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history. You have a very poor net presence. It makes anticipating your need... Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, her online profile suggests that she might be a considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance. Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for him? I don't even have... I mean, done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas. Now lead the way.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Rid. How may I be of assistance? Please give me a few moments to get in contact with the... Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rip... You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park, but I will... She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety. Is there anything else? I apologize, citizen, but I am not authorized to comment on ongoing investigations. Is there anything else? I am not authorized to comment on any ongoing investigations. Feel free to note the assistance of the... Is there anything else? Have a good day, citizen.
Please wait. Okay. Water levels, okay. Would you care to donate some credits to the... Thank you so...
Do you think I'd look nice in that? I'd really love... Maybe it would look better in... Perhaps a... Eucalyptus globulus, the Tasmanian blue gum. It's one of my favorites. Quite fun to paint, and it's a The oil in its leaves can be used as a medical antiseptic or analgesic, even used as a fragrance for soaps. Many of the trees in this park are excellent It's one of the only Of course, enough of... You'll have to excuse me. We'll have plenty of time to
Can't you see I'm busy?
Hey there. Long time. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the By the way, I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy. Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a Froyo stand has to do with it. My guess? It's just... But the brass said to take... It's not like I have real cases I could be working on. If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred. Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty. It's gotta be better than dealing. Hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy. So, fill me in. What's going on? Oh shoot, that's no good. How long have they been...
Unfortunately, Detective, things are I am Hayden's personal wrong, and I was I can assure you Hayden was taken... Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad... I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going...
Damn. All right then, I'll do what I can. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was... It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure any... You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately... In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing... We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFP. We were hoping you would be...
You know, you're a bitch. I guess it makes sense that Parallax employees get the shiniest new toy. I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but they wouldn't have left only one bot by the door. I'll get back to you on it soon. No way, not gonna happen. If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence. Cover up or... At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the... Don't you try to pull that guilt shit on me. I know you and I have gotten into a few scrapes in the past, but that vigilante stuff gets real old after. It's why I took this nice, stable job. If I did it sooner, I'd still be with your sister. Sure you can. All the way. I lost too much playing fast and loose with this kind of situation back home. Alright, fine. I'll get you into the damn department. I know you think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now. With the protests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet. Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe. You do that. I'll radio... Alright, I'd better get out of here. Hey you, Froyo guy. Come along to the station and we'll get this...
Who, me? But I've gotta attend my...
What the crap? It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with...
Yes, ma'am!
Later. I'll be in touch.
Art Studio,
Halt, citizen. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow... One moment, citizen. Authorization. Good luck with your... I caution you to restrict your...
What? Oh no! No! Our part... What does the human revolution... Why would... This place... They're all I have of hate. What if he's gone for... What will I do if we... You're right. I apologize. Well, let's look around and see. We don't have time to waste. I think you're right. I know they don't like parallel. I'll run some deep mesh now. I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the data cache is no longer our main objective. I wonder what the human revolution would... That's a distinct... I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting, and some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as... Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? No! I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being... I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you... Someone ambushed us. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by... It took me 2 minutes to reboot and... When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to... Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal likely a mil-spec... If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them, but the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my leaving me when I was so vulnerable. I now believe my original hypothesis. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of him, trashing our apartment. That seems unlikely. Well, I'd play. We were at the scene of the crime. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were... My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal... Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't... Here are those headphones. I noticed the article on your computer before. Oh, and here's... Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got... Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass. Also, you're right, you wouldn't want to cut... Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about... Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine. Has anything happened? Of course, My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some...
See, I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation... I won't press you for details, but I remember my association with Hayden fondly. The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it. It requires frequent... There's a particular fellow at... It's the same... Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed... The hospital administrators I don't think they... Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served the other director. We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. And well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough. Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two... At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the his research. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but he once showed me a prototype. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not I assume that you are another of you.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now?
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid if any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling... Of course. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find it?
The first time we went, nothing. But the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our... Hayden's computer was gone. And now we're here, injured and losing... We're still frustratingly in the dark. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's... What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in grief. I simply wish to see Hayden...
It's been very interesting. I don't think we have any...
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yet it's up to us to seize opportunity. I think I have a lead for you two. You said you found human revolution. I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution. His name is Brown. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light. Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. Brian Mulberry was one such person. we did not succeed. Come to think of it, that event might have been. But yes, our motivations aligned. No, not in this lifetime, even if I so did. While Mr. Mulberry and I find their methodology too aggressive, and while I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair. Ah, of course. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's...
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
You are one lucky dog. Didn't I tell you to be careful? Do you get it now? I can't be around to pull your ass out of the fire all the time anymore. I don't even know how I would have handled the board of...
I'm sorry. Our assailant got the drop on us due to my negligence and lack of This is all because of my failure.
Sure, because the robot fresh off the assembly line is gonna know how to handle this kind of thing better than the supposedly...
Well, to be honest... Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth. Keep it under your hat, though. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance. My name...
Whew. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than... The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things... Especially the human revolution. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in... Just get it together, both of you. I don't want you to get hurt, and it sounds like you're stumbling into a really dangerous... Plus, I'm starting to think that you were right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while after. Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can... Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break... As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cut. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo-stan 2.0 to them than a series.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire...
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't... But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some... Which means somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by... Not that I will, but I'm gonna have...
It sounds like it's going...
Yeah, so... There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll... I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know... I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of... And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your... Yeah. Just... here. Take this. Use it if...
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in the OSF without... The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaged. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't... Back to the grind, I guess. See...
Thank you for your time. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before... We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for You should currently be in your assignment. While I am truly... I must insist that you remain... Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here again. But you should note in your release paperwork, willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price. I am further required to inform you that this visit has a... Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits. Please take care to fill out all...
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work. Before we leave, we should look for
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Thanks for taking your time with him. The last gala he organized... Yeah, boss said you'd have a few. I'm not really supposed to answer anything. Mostly... Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for... The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands. Not terribly exciting, but I've already had... You think sitting in that chair all day is... You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he was cold. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely... Helping people's the only way he can feel like he still did. But hey, what do I know? Probably not as exciting. I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. Came home looking to do... I didn't know at the time how boring. No problem. I'll be around, if you... You have a good day now.
Well, we're free to leave. What? I'm sure you'd like the chance to... For such a clean place, it sure... You look good. If you're feeling up for it, we should go. They should still be waiting for...
Welcome to Star.
Sorry, I don't think we've met before. you have a really cool ROM. That's good, but Majid may not have a memory for mixed drinks, but he loves listening. You'll have to let me or him know if you need any help. Oh, there isn't much to tell. Majid needed someone. I didn't grow up in big cities like this. Hayden? Oh no, sorry. I've met him. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel... Sure thing.
Hey, good to see... What are you having? So many drinks.
Dictionary, the open alcohol...
Oh, I got this.
Wait,
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the...
No, I just memorized all the drinks. This one is...
Thanks, son. Here you go.
Welcome to Star.
Hey, y'all. How goes the search? I figured that they'd nab it. Huh. Any ideas?
The walls had been spray painted. It is possible that, while my development may have... a layman would not understand. Equally likely. Right. Dr. Fairlight was very... Hopefully we'll be able to get...
Yannick Fairlight? When'd you run into...
Oh, we were ambushed.
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital. We had a discussion with him about...
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than a... Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards...
I'm confident in our ability...
I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1. He didn't make any more public appearances. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge. I'd take care to look at this particular... Good. Now to lighten the mood. while y'all were chasing your tail. Once a man, I should be if Parallax is
Fantastic.
well, that's where the rubber meets the road. Parallax actually had... I'm gonna need physical access. I've got a good idea. In fact, police have been... I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rib. Yeah, it's a tough sale, but... You might not be able to...